Hello, welcome to Microsoft Excel with EJD. This is the fourth video for sure, and we're looking at organizing data in Excel. Organizing data in Excel. So previously we had considered getting started with Excel, formatting essentials in Excel, monthly the basic formulas and functions in Excel. So we've talked about addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even exponentiation. I did that in the last video. So here we are considering organizing data in Excel. There are different ways you can actually organize data. All right. So, of course, whenever you launch Excel, like if I launch this, for instance, this is already a prepared document. So this is a workbook on its own, right? Uh, let's see. So this is, if I point at this, what does it show us? Yeah, this is a workbook, and the workbook has you can have as many sheets as you want. So there are different as many worksheets as possible in a workbook. So in this workbook now, I have prepared sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3 with some information which we are going to talk about later. So let's get ready to see what we have here. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to talk about will be managing sheets. That is, you want to insert, rename, and move and delete. So Excel workbooks are made up of multiple sheets which help you organize different sets of data within a single file. So a single file is your workbook, right? Learning to manage sheets effectively can greatly improve your workflow. So you can insert sheets. For instance, okay, here now, okay, maybe I should even rest this first of all. I'll come back to this later. Let me just open a neutral, a blank Excel sheet. So I just click on this and it opens up, and I click blank workbook. Yeah, I can even start with this. Okay, so this is what we have. So this automatic here, you just have sheet 1 and all that. Let's assume that you need more sheets. So you can add new sheets by clicking the plus. So sheet 1, you can have sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6, sheet 7. So if you need different information on different sheets, you can just keep creating as many sheets as you want. So you can add sheets by clicking the plus icon next to existing sheet tabs at the bottom. I've said that. Then you can rename the sheets. So instead of sheet 1 now, you can say, oh, here you want to have maths course. Maybe you're a class teacher, so mathematics. So, and maybe here is for, okay, let's say English. Okay, say physics. And you can keep renaming all the sheets as much as you want, right? So you can rename sheets. You can also move sheets. So let's say you want physics to come before English. So you can just move it here, So now math, physics, English. Or if you want to move maths after sheet 7, you can do that too. So you can move sheets around the way you like, just for the sake of arranging them. You can also delete sheets. So let's say at this point now, any sheet that is not renamed, you want to delete. So you just right click and delete. Right click any sheet you want to delete, right click and delete, right click and delete, right click and delete. So now we only have named sheets like that. So that's talking about managing sheets, like inserting a new sheet. You can rename a sheet, you can move and delete. We've done all of those. Now let's talk about copying and linking data across sheets. So you can actually link data across sheets. So often you want to use data from one sheet in another. Excel offers two main ways to do this. For instance, let me just quickly do something. So as usual, let math come first. I'm moving that now, and English comes second. Let's assume that let's say we have scores. That's math scores now. So to make things easy, I just want to generate scores following a particular pattern. Say I have 25, and then I want the second person to have, say, 29. Okay. So with these two now, I have a pattern. So I just have 25, 29, highlight both, and then drag to for as long as you want. So you can also centralize this now. So this also can be centralized if you like, and maybe bold in the even. So bold or Control B. So you have this. And then when you come for physics, so again, you also have scores here. you have scores, and you want to repeat this is just for demonstration. You want to bring the same results you have for mathematics to English. So all you just need to do is just say is equal to mathematics, mathematics, exclamation mark. The in under mathematics, right? This cell is the same A2. So just say for mathematics sheet A2, enter. So you can see it brings the same 25. So let me see if you drag it down, you can see it brings exactly, it also brings mathematics A3. So you can just simply drag it down as far as possible. So anywhere you see zero, it means those are not passed. So you can delete this whole rows if you like, So you can transfer. So now I'm just automatically duplicating whatever I had there into this place. Okay. So we can do this. So I centralize this, and for the scores, I just make it bold. So we can do the same for physics. Of course, we can type physics scores too, but I'm just trying to duplicate the same score all the way. So here I can just say is equal to, so either math or English can work because they have their scores there. So you can just say English, so don't forget the exclamation mark. English is equal to English exclamation A1. So it brings, okay, so not A1, it should be A2. Yeah, it's A2. So you see the same 25. Then you can drag it down for as much as you want. Okay, can it go further? Yeah, it can still go. Does it get to 27? I think no. Yeah. So let's just get Control Z. Yeah. So you can transfer the scores like that. Okay, this is centralized and boldened. So you can even do a total, you can total up all of these things in another sheet. So you can just say this, and then you rename it as total. So you rename it as total. So here you can just have total, all right, or you can have it anywhere else. You can do it anywhere else, but here I'm just doing it. So it just is equal to, so mathematics, exclamation A1 plus English, exclamation A1 plus physics, exclamation A1, enter. Okay, that doesn't seem to work. Oh, okay. I think it should though. Okay. Okay, yeah. We can still do something. Let me remove this. Okay, I think it should work actually. So what if I say some, I'm not sure this is gonna work, but let me just try it out. So can some work for this? Some doesn't work. Okay. So yeah, but the best we can call out, we can just say mathematics, exclamation A1, enter. Okay, not A. Oh, okay. Could that be the reason? Control Z, let's do Control Z and go back to that as much as possible. Oh, I guess I was, we can't be adding that. So it should be A2, not A1, where the scores really are. Yeah, I think this should work actually. Yeah, it does work. Yes. So we can now then drag this down to 26. Okay, this works for sure. So I was using A1 where, if you look at A1 here, A1 is scores, but the actual thing is A2. So, and in the other place too, it's A2 all the way. So this actually works. So this total, so we can total things like this, centralize, make bold. So we can do that. So you can transfer things from sheet to sheet by referencing with that. So is equal to the sheet name, just like what we have here. So, is equal to the sheet name, exclamation, then the cell address of what you want to transfer. You can do that. Okay. So, you can copy data. So select the range, right click and choose copy or Control C, then go to the target sheet, right click the desired cell and paste. So copying and linking, right? So we have copied like this, right? But we can also do some other copy and paste. So I can copy this now, and then to paste, I can just paste directly. I just paste Control V. So here you see it's just giving me, okay, let me go for the total. let me leave this alone. Let's go for this. So if I copy all this now, Control C, then I come back, I can just come here and paste. So if I press this, it just gives me 0 all the way because now it's now just copying the H2 that is with reference to that. But another way to paste is you can right click when you want to paste. So this is direct pasting. That's what we did here. So I can come and do, you want to paste the values, not directly, just want to paste the actual value. So you paste this, it will give you the 77, 75 and all these things. So if you paste the formula has nothing to, it has only zeros to work on. But if you paste directly, it gives you this. So it gives you the actual score. But now it's not backed up by the formulas anymore. It's just the values. So you can right click again and then you can paste, of course, paste formulas. It will still give you 0. So if you come and paste, you can transpose. So that means, the results now. I think we've done this yesterday. So horizontal becomes vertical, vertical becomes horizontal. All right. So you can come here again and, okay, that's formatting, so that's not necessary. So you can actually copy and paste like this. So we have also done linking data. So just the sheet name and then exclamation and what should follow. And then of course, in the last video, we talked about how to freeze panes like that. So, if you are scrolling down, if you are scrolling down this way, yeah, if you are scrolling down, at some point you won't see the total again. So you can just come to, I think it's view now, and then just click on freeze panes. Just click on freeze panes. So you can freeze the top row, you can freeze the first column, whatever you want. Or you can freeze both the first row and top column, depending on what you want to do. So here we've been freezing top row. So even if you scroll all the way down, the total still keeps showing. So at every point in time, you don't have to be guessing what is at the top. Because no matter how down you go, you still always see the total. All right. So you can freeze panes. And then we can hide some rows and columns. You can hide rows and columns to temporarily remove them from view without deleting. So here now, let me say I don't want to see the totals from 8 to 16. So I just highlight 8 and 16, and then I right click and I just hide. So I click hide so you can see from 8 to 16. Maybe I don't need them temporarily. I can do that. If you want to bring them back, so you highlight the row before and the row after, right click and then say unhide. So it will bring them back. You can also do the same for, like, if I want to also hide rows G to M now, I just columns G to M, I just highlight and hide, right? So when you see F, when you come here, you see that after F, you're jumping to N. So click F, click N, right click, and then you can unhide. It brings back what was there before. So that's how to do that. Okay. Then you can also do find and replace. You can find and replace tool. You can using find and replace. Excel find and replace tool is powerful for locating specific data and making bulk changes. So you can press Control F to open find, enter the text or number to locate, and Control H to open replace, enter the text. For instance, now we want to any score. So maybe you come to mathematics and we don't want to any score below 30. We want to replace all of them. All right. Or better still, so I can just press Control F and I say I'm looking for 25. So, and then so I can find all 25. So, and then I can replace, so find all 25, right? And then replace with, say, I don't want we don't want anything less than that. So I can replace with 30, press enter. So, and once that is done, so I just replace all. So find all. Okay, all that is done, right? So 25 has been turned to 30. So I want to find every 29 and also turn to 30. So I say find 29 for us. All right. And replace. So find all, first of all, and then replace with 30 again. And then I can just say replace all. So we have 29 becoming 32. So even if it is a word like that, you can do the same. Okay, so our task for this video will be to we want to create a 3-sheet budget with linked totals, right? So first of all, so this can go now, or better still, I can just come in here, all right? And I'll just come here. Yes, and open the monthly budget thing. To save time, that was why I had to create it ahead. So we have a monthly budget thing, right? So the first sheet, we can rename sheet one to be income. So these are sources of income for someone, for three different, for a monthly thing, January, February, March. So main salary in January was five to I mean, the main salary is like constant. We have the person outside jobs in January six that brought 600, February brought 650, March 620. Freelancing brought some money, dividends, and all these things. So these are things that came in all those months. Okay, at this level, of course, you can do some formatting. Say you want to, you may want to centralize everything. You know, if you like, that's your choice. You can centralize everything, and you can use all borders. Okay, or before we even use all borders, maybe there are things you want to do. So probably you need to find the total income for each month. So here, and we already know how to do that. You just say, okay, I think I should expand this because it may be difficult to see by some people or for some people. Um, okay, so this should be bold enough now. At least it's bolder. So is equal to, so you just say sum. So instead of saying 5200 plus 600 plus that, just say is equal to sum. Then click on the first value and then full colon, delete this backwards and click on the last. Okay, that's B11 at least, even if I cannot see it. It's like this is covering it. So B11, press enter. Okay. So this is from B2 to B11. So the income for January was $8,460. And then so you just drag it, autofill for the rest. So because this is the total, we can, okay, try to centralize, centralize, okay, and then maybe make bold and then highlight if you like. So that's total, okay. So if you also want to know average income from all of these things, you can do that too. Or maybe if you're also interested in knowing the total income, the total salary the person has got, or total side job from January to March, of course, you can do that kind of total too. So, you know, say here now this is total income across for each month now, but you can do total income from each kind of income source. Okay, you can do that too. So this is income, and here now you have some expenses. So second sheet now, you have expenses, so you can rename that to expenses. Okay, so let's try to make that a bit bold too. Okay, so you can also know um total expenses to total expenses, and then this is just equal to, so start from B2 to B16. So we have sum this B2 to B16. Press enter. So that's everything from B2 to B16 because this is B2 right here, all right, and all the way down to B16. And then once you do one like this, you can drag it down. So all the way. So you have this. We can also centralize and do all of that. So centralize, then make bold if you like, and even highlight if it's necessary, if you think it's necessary. Okay, let's go home and do it for everything. So centralize. Okay. Yeah, that works. So we have all this now. So you may also want to know the average rent per month, average utilities, average groceries price, and blah, blah, blah. You may be interested in that. So you just calculate, or total too, if you like. So now that's sheet two now, where we have expenses. Then sheet three can now be a kind of summary of all of these things now. So sheet three, let's say that's our summary sheet where we summarize total expenses. I think we've done all of this already. But what has been simply done here is this. So you can see that you have, so for January now, so what we have simply done is, let me just repeat that thing up there. So you have January. So you just want to now summarize for each month. So you have January, February, March. If I could drag down to, because that's standard. Once you write first month, automatically it's automatic. You can get whatever follows. So you have January, February, March. Okay, easily. And then we have total income now. So for total income, you can see the formula is sum of from the income sheet, exclamation B2 to B11, because this is income now. So sum of income is B2 to B11, which are, you can see these values we got here are the things you also have here, right? So, but because you are referencing that sheet, so you just say is equal to, so you are now summing sum, then income, exclamation, B2, all right, to B11 and close, enter. So it gives you that. So this 8460 you have here now. So you can just, by referencing, so you have sum, income, exclamation, B2 to B11. So you can do the same for January to March. So you know the total income. I think something is wrong here. This is B3 to B12. Okay, so we can dragging is not working here. Yeah, dragging won't work because now we are talking about C2 to C11. Okay, so we have to do that separately then. So for summary here, so when you come here, you have C2. So that has to be C2 to C11. C11, enter. Yeah, that's more like it. And for March, so for March, right, you see that is D2 to D11. Okay, so that's the summary. So that is D2 to D11. Enter. So you have all of that here. So that's like the summary. And then you come here for total expenses. Total expenses. So you can see that's on the expenses sheet B2 to B16. So we have is equal to sum, open this expenses. It's not case sensitive. Exclamation B2 to B16, and press enter. That's 4240. So you see this now. So expenses is B2 to B16. And then this is C2 to C16 for February. So we can do that also. Okay. We already know that won't work always. So we just say is equal to, it won't work by dragging down. So sum is equal to expenses, exclamation, C2 to C16. Press enter. That's 4280, just like we got. Then the other one is D2 to D16, right? So we have is equal to again sum, don't forget sum. So that's expenses, exclamation, D2 to D16. Enter. So you have 4293. Okay. So from here now, you can then say, okay, after you remove all the total expenditure from savings, for total income. So now this one can now be net savings. So you just have this is now equal to the total income minus total expenses. Enter. So in this case now it's easy to drag. So you can just drag this and you have 47. So this now I can delete all of this because that's what you have basically at the top. So I've only done that to demonstrate how we come here. So you can have multiple sheets and refer to those different sheets. So this gives you a summary. So if you want to know how your finance is going, so you can do a budget thing like this to track your income and expenses, so you can know where your money is going. So you can do a summary. Of course, as we go on, we are going to be doing charts and things like this. So don't forget, for the total income, what we did, this is the formula now because we are on another sheet. So you have to reference the income sheet for the total income, across board like that. For total expenses, you have to reference the expenses sheet. That's expenses, exclamation, B2 to B16, and you sum. You can also take average for sure, right? And you do all of this. So, you can know your average income, your average expenses, your average savings, if you like, across the month like that. Let's even do that. So average. So we just want to get average of each. So you just say is equal to average, open brackets, this one, then of course delete this back, and then this, enter. So it means average total income is 8513.33. Of course, we like that to be in 2 decimal places because it's currency. So we can click on this dollar, so that tells us it's currency. So everything is currency. So average income is 8,513. Average expenses is 4,213. So on the average, the person is saving 4,242 like that. So we can have that possibility. So of course you can also make you can do this and make it bold also. So we have that there right now. So I mean you can expand this so you can refer you can do on a sheet you can refer to some sheet 1,000 sheets away. So just know the sheet's name and then use the exclamation mark and do whatever you need to do. If you want to summarize, if you want to do summary, I mean, if you want to do total or average or anything, so don't forget to use your sum or average and things like that. All right. So I think this should bring us to the end of this video. Let me see if there's any need to do any other thing here. So yeah, I guess we are good. You know, use find and replace if you want to update any category names consistently across sheets. Okay, so we don't need to do any special thing here. So, you know, yeah, I think we are good. So find and replace, we've done that already. So there's no point worrying so much about it anymore. So you're going to find this sheet in my Google Drive. So feel free to download it and then take it up from there. I'll be glad to see what you are creative about, especially if you're just learning Microsoft Excel, to show that you're really learning a lot. All right. So with this, I come to the end of this video about about organizing data in Excel. So how you can arrange sheets, delete sheets, rename sheets, move sheets around, and you can reference sheets, one sheet in another sheet like that. So we've done all of this. So let me know how helpful this is for you. Let me also know if there's something you like to try out. Feel free. If you have subscribed already, thank you. If you have not, please go ahead and subscribe and be sure to hit the notification bell so you can always get alerted each time a new video is released. On my channel now, you can become a member to get some special privileges. There are 3 levels of membership with their special attached privileges. So feel free to avail yourself of all of that. And be sure to like and share those videos so that you can always so that more people can have access to the great content I have going on here. Till I come your way again, keep doing data right. Bye.